Hello everyone. So today we will learn about the problems which are related to the chapter that is force and laws of motion, in that regarding Newton's second law of motion. So as you all can remember that Newton's second law of motion formula, that is F equal to ma, and here that acceleration formula is a equal to v minus u by t. So now by using these two formula we will solve few problems regarding that Newton's second law of motion. So in that the first example is example 9.1, which is given in text as the problem. So now here if you look at into the question, a constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. It increases the object's velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. Find the magnitude of the applied force. Now, if the force was applied for duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? So whenever we are solving these kind of problems, so you know what we have to do? So first we must identify the given data. So just look at into this question again. What they have given? A constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg. So I will underline this mass 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. So duration indicates time, and then velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second, right? And then find the magnitude of the force. So this is the question, that means we have to find force. And the second part of the question is if the force was applied for duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? What would be the final velocity of the object? So this is our given data. So now we will write it again here. Given data. So the first data given is mass, which is equal to 5 kg. Then what is the second data? Duration, that is time, equal to 2 seconds. Then it increases the velocity from. So what does this from indicates? So it indicates that initial velocity, that is u, equal to 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. So what does that 2 indicates? That indicates v, that is final velocity, that is 7 meter per second. And then what we have to find? So we have to find the applied force, that is F equal to question mark. And then here they have given one more, that is we have to find its final velocity. So we'll take it as v2, right? And then time, that is t2, because they have increased the time, that is from 2 seconds to 5 seconds. Clear? So this is our given data. So now by using this given data, we will try to solve this problem. Now what is the formula to calculate force? So the formula is F equal to ma. And then we all know that in this given data they have not given any acceleration. So we must use the formula of acceleration. So then F equal to m into v minus u by t, because a equal to v minus u by t. So as you all know that. So then now substitute the values. So the F equal to m. What is m? Here it is 5 kg into what is v? It is 7 minus what is u? It is 3, and divided by time is 2. Now simplify this problem. So F equal to 5. 7 minus 3 is 4 by 2. So on simplification, what we will get? So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, then 5 twos are 10, right? So it is 10 Newton. So this is the force based on these data. So now we have one more part, that is what happens, that means what is the final velocity when the time is increased to 5 seconds, that is from 2 seconds to 5 seconds. So now we will try to solve this. So for that again we need the data, that is we will use the same formula, that is F equal to m into v minus u by t. In place of acceleration directly I used v minus u by t. Now what we need to find? So we need to find v, right, when the time is increased to 5 seconds. So we will alter this formula. So what it becomes, so since we need v, we will get v equals u plus f into t divided by m. How? See, f multiplied by t and then m comes down, then the minus u becomes plus u, right? Now we will substitute all the values. So v equals, what is u? Did you know the u value? Yes. So what is u value? So u value is 3 meter per second. So plus, what is f? So just now we have calculated that, that is 10 into what is t. So remember the time, it is t2, that means the time is increased from 2 seconds to 5 seconds. So into 5 divided by m. So what is m here? So the mass of the object is 5 kg. So then on simplification we will get, so v equal to 5 ones are 5 ones are, then 10 plus 3, so 3 plus 10, which gives us 13 meter per second. That means whenever we increase the time from 2 seconds to 5 seconds, we will get the acceleration of 13 meter per second. Now we will take the second example, that is example 9.2. So the question is, which would require a greater force? Accelerating a 2 kg mass at 5 meter per second square or a 4 kg mass at 2 meter per second square. So what do you think? So whenever we look at into the question, we will obviously say that maybe 4 kg mass at 2 meter per second square, right? But we have to find it. So first we need to identify the data. So what data they have given here? So they have given 2 kg mass at 5 meter per second square or a 4 kg mass at 2 meter per second square. So what is the question? Question is, which would require a greater force? This is our question. So now we will write the given data here. Now consider for the 2 kg mass, we will take it as m1 is equal to 2 kg, right? And then this acceleration, we will take it as a1 equal to 5 meter per second square. Then the force which is related to this first object, we will take it as f1 is equal to question mark. Clear? And then according to the second part, that means the second object, we will take it as m2 is equal to 4 kg and then acceleration which is related to the second object as a2 which is equal to 2 meter per second square. Then the force which is related to this object, we will take it as f2 which is equal to question mark. So now we will apply the formula, that is f equal to ma. Now shall we use that? Yeah. So we will find it for f1. So f1 equal to m1 into a1. Now substitute the values. So f1 is equal to, what is m1? It is 2 into what is a? It is 5. So f1 is equal to 5 2s or 10 Newton, right? Now we will find it for second object. So F2 is equal to m2 a2. Now substitute the values. F2 is equal to, what is m2? So it is 4 kg. So 4 into what is a2? It is 2 meter per second square. So we'll write the 2 here. Now on simplification, what we will get? We will get 4 2s are 8 Newton. So now look at the difference between these two. So the first object, it needs how much? 10 Newton of force, whereas the second object, it needs 8 Newton of force. Now can you identify which would require a greater force? Yes, that is the object with mass 2 kg. The object which has mass 2 kg with acceleration at 5 meter per second square, it requires what? Greater force. So this is the answer for this problem. So now shall we move on to the next problem? Yeah, that is example 9.3. So look at this problem. A motor car is moving with a velocity of 108 km per hour and it takes 4 seconds to stop after the brakes are applied. Calculate the force exerted by the brakes on the motor car if its mass along with the passengers is 1000 kg. So how to calculate this? Yeah, we will try for that. But first thing is, we must find the given data. So let us identify the data here. So a motor car is moving with a velocity of 108 km per hour and it takes 4 seconds to stop after the brakes are applied. Calculate the force exerted by the brakes on the motor car if its mass along with the passengers is 1000 kg. So this is our given data. So now we will write it as separately. So it is given data. So now we will start it. So a motor car is moving with a velocity of 108 km per hour. So what does it represent? It represents u, that is initial velocity, which is equal to 108 km per hour. But what is the SI unit of velocity? It is meter per second. So on converting this 108 km per hour into meter per second, we will get 30 meter per second. How? That is, this is 108 km per hour. So which is multiplied by 1000 meters divided by 3600 second. So it gives what? That is 30 meter per second. So this is initial velocity. So next, what data we have? We have time, that is 4 seconds. So t equal to 4 seconds. So do we have any next data? Yes, to stop. To stop, what does it represent? So stop meaning it is final velocity, that is 0 meter per second, because it is stopped when after the brakes are applied. Next, what we have to do? We have to calculate force. So we'll take it as F equal to question mark. Then do we have any other data? Yeah, it is mass along with the passengers. So m equal to 1000 kg. So m equal to 1000 kg. So this is our data. So now by using this data, we will find the force exerted by the brakes on the motor car, right? So shall we start? Yes. So now what is the formula? Same. Since we need to find the force, so according to Newton's second law of motion, it is F equal to ma. So there is no acceleration given here. Instead of that, we have the data which is related to acceleration. So it becomes F equal to m into V minus U by T. Then substitute the values here. What is M? So M is 1000 kg. So I will substitute that here. Then into what is V? That is 0 minus what is U? It is 30 meter per second and divided by time. What is time given? So the time given is 4 second, right? Then so F equal to 1000 into it is minus 30 divided by 4. So on simplification we will get F equal to minus 7500 kg meter per second square, or so we know that another unit, that is minus 7500 Newton. So the negative sign, as you can see here, the negative sign, it tells that the force exerted by the brakes is opposite to the direction of motion of the motor car. So you can remember that if the value is positive, it shows that the object is under motion, and if the negative sign given, it indicates that the motion is moving towards rest. It is towards rest. Clear? So this is the method how to solve this problem. So then now we will move on to the next problem, that is example 9.4. So in this problem, what we have to find? So let us check it. A force of 5 Newton gives a mass m1 and acceleration of 10 meter per second square, and a mass m2 and acceleration of 20 meter per second square. So what acceleration would it give if both the masses were tied together? Now first we will sort out the data. So a force of 5 Newton gives mass m1, acceleration of 10 meter per second square, and a mass m2 and acceleration of 20 meter per second square. So what acceleration would it give if both the masses were tied together? So how to solve this? First we will write the given data. So now we will take the first object, that is mass m1. So m1 is equal to question mark because we don't know that. Then second data is an acceleration. So we'll, since it is related to the mass m1, we will take it as a1 is equal to 10 meter per second square. Clear? Then the mass m2. So m2 is equal to question mark because we don't know that also. And then the acceleration which is related to m2 is a2 is equal to 20 meter per second square. Now what we have? Force. So then F equal to 5 Newton. Now the question is, what acceleration would it give if both the masses were tied together? That means m1 plus m2. But to add this m1 and m2, we don't have values of m1 and m2. That means we have to find m1 and m2, right? So let us find this first. So we know the formula of force according to Newton's second law of motion, and for the first mass it is m1 equal to F by a1, right? Then on substituting the value, what we will get? So m1 is equal to what is force? So force is 5 Newton divided by what is acceleration? It is 10. Now which is equal to, on simplification, what we will get? It is 0.0 5 kg, right? This is the first mass, that means mass of the m1. Now we will find m2 value. So m2 is equal to F by A2, because please remember force is equal to m into A. So on rearranging the equation we will get this formula. So which is equal to m2 is equal to, what is F? F is 5. What is A? A is 20 meter per second. So on simplification what we will get? We will get 0.25 kg, right? So now we have the value of m1 and m2, right? So according to this question we have to tie it together, that means m1 plus m2. So shall we add? So total mass, that is m1 plus m2, equal to 0.5 plus 0.25 kg, which is equal to 0.75 kg. So then now we found the total mass of the two objects, that is m1 plus m2. So next what we have to find? We have to find acceleration. So we will apply the formula, that is F equal to ma. Do we know force? Yes, that is 5 Newton. Do we know mass? Yeah, it is 0.75 kg. So as usual we have to find acceleration. So what it becomes? So A equals F by m. So then A equals, what is F? F is 5 divided by, what is m? It is 0.75. Then what will be acceleration? So acceleration will be 6.67 meter per second square. So this is the method of solving this problem. Clear? Now shall we move on to the next problem, that is example 9.5. So look at this problem. In this problem, the velocity time graph of a ball of mass 20 gram moving along a straight line on a long table is given in figure 9.9. So where is that figure? So this is the figure 9.9 which is given in your textbook. How much force does the table exert on the ball to bring it to rest? Now while solving, as usual we have to find the data, but here we have only one data, that is mass 20 gram. So look at the question. The velocity time graph of a ball of mass 20 gram moving along a straight line on a long table is given. How much force does the table exert on the ball to bring it to rest? So we have mass and bring it to rest, that is final velocity. So then by using this picture we have to find the data first. So what are the given data here? So if we find out, so the mass, that is m equal to 20 gram, and then u. So what is u? So look at this graph. The initial velocity of the ball will be 20 centimeter per second. It is 20 centimeter per second, right? And then time. See, the ball, it comes to rest. The ball, it comes to rest. That means the velocity of the ball becomes 0 in the time interval, that is 10 second. So time will be 10 second, and what will be the final velocity? That is 0 meter per second, right? Because it is coming to rest. Now we have to find what? How much force does the table exert? So then question is F equal to question mark. Now do we have all data? Yeah, we have all data here. So since we have the initial velocity in terms of centimeter per second, we will take it as centimeter per second itself. Now we will find acceleration first, because we know the formula, that is F equal to ma. So we have mass, we need to find force, then we need acceleration. So we will find this acceleration here itself. So A equal to V minus U by T. Now A equal to what is V? So V will be 0 centimeter per second minus what is U? So U is 20 centimeter per second divided by time taken will be 10 seconds. Then acceleration is equal to, so on simplification, what you will get? You will get minus 2 centimeter per second square, which is equal to minus 0.02 meter per second square. That means we have converted the centimeter per second square to meter per second square. The reason is because acceleration value and its symbol is meter per second square. The SI unit of the acceleration is meter per second square, right? So now we got the value of acceleration. Next we have to find force. So then F equal to m into A. So F equal to what is mass? It is 20 gram, right? But here what is the unit of mass? It is kg. So we have to convert this 20 gram into kg. So how we can convert the gram into kg? That is, if we divide the gram, given gram divided by 1000, we will get it in kg, right? And into acceleration. So what is the acceleration value we got? It is minus 0.02 meter per second square. So now on simplification, we will get minus 0.0004 Newton. So this will be the force, right? But see here again the force value, it got negative. So as we have studied earlier, the negative sign in the force indicates that, what it indicates? It indicates that the friction force exerted by the table is opposite to the direction of motion of the ball. That means the ball is coming to rest. So this is the method of solving this problem.